Well, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Anna Nicholson. I'm an EntreMusician, and so are you. And with me today, I have an incredible guest, expert in the music industry, who started up a whole new initiative that's going to change the way music is managed and protect artists as they provide work and performances and all kinds of great things that we do. With me today is Tim Wipperman, and I love this catchphrase for you. I don't remember where I saw it, Tim, but they called you the CEO of the music ecosystem. What do you think of that one?
Oh, that's a bit much. It's a little heavy load to carry.
Well, I loved it. And actually, just reading through some of the material, I thought it was really appropriate, actually. But you're going to tell us a bit about why that is fitting in a few moments. I'm going to run through a little bit of background information on you. And thank you so much. I mean, I'm looking at your credentials. I'm thinking, how did I get to talk to you? How does that even happen?
I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was fun being on with some of your compatriots the other night.
Yes.
It was really enjoyable. So I enjoyed doing this.
Well, it was really educational for them, and it's great information. It's such a great cause. So I'll begin. So you were executive VP and general manager of Warner Chappell for 29 years.
29 years. Yep.
Yeah, that
I
is
founded it in Nashville and then ran it for 29 years.
that's amazing. I'm going to come back to that one. And then you were also Chief Creative Officer, and I love that title because that's my title, and I thought I made that.
Oh,
But apparently you made it up before me. So we'll talk about that. So Chief Creative Officer, and that was for Equity Music Group, and president for that as well. CEO of Rezonant Music in Nashville, president for Anthem Entertainment Group in Nashville, and you from Nashville operated managed the Canadian operation as well. And also you were the managing director from Nashville for ONErpm. And now you've started a new career. So you must have started working when you were 5. I'll just put that as
I was 7. No, I was 7 actually.
and now you are the CEO and founder of Humanable. And what Humanable is all about, you're going to tell us in great detail, but just a quick overview. We are struggling now as artists, and you probably saw that post on LinkedIn. There was a discussion, a thread. There's concern because there was the very first AI generated song that was pushed through a sync system to be qualified and to try and have a break in sync. The industry. And it was spotted, but it raised a whole conversation about what is going on, how fast is this moving, how are we flagging these things, how are we differentiating between musicians, actual creators, and what's happening with AI. So that's where you come in, and that's what Humanable, the premise, the whole purpose for Humanable is to really certify real music by real people. So I'm going to turn that over to you now, and tell us about what you are doing.
Okay. Artificial intelligence is inundating our music ecosystem with hundreds of thousands of AI generated tracks and streams and that sort of thing. What it's done is pushing out the human creators, and it's difficult to differentiate other than listening, and AI hasn't developed to where you really can't tell the difference yet, but it will. Between a human and an AI generated track. The difference with AI generated tracks, and I'm going to go into copyright law for just a minute, but in the US Constitution, and it's similar in Canada, you have to be a human being to be able to register any of your work to be copywritten. For instance, there was a situation where the monkey took the selfie of themselves. You can't copyright that because a human didn't produce it. Or the elephant that takes the paint and paints on the canvas, it's lovely. You can't copyright that. Both Canadian and US law say that the only thing that can be copywritten is that which is created by a human being. So what you have are hundreds of thousands of tracks, music tracks out there that, first of all, aren't paid royalties, supposedly aren't paid royalties. Secondly, can't be copywritten. And if you're talking about sync, for instance, the sync people are deathly afraid of having an AI track inserted in a movie, for instance, and not being able to copyright that song in the movie. Anybody could go steal the song. So if there's an AI track out there and it's a giant hit, I can go steal that song, or actually not steal it, usurp it, I guess, and put it out under my own name, because there is no copyright. There's no legal way you can say I own this thing. So that's sort of the underlying law. The problem is that there's so much AI material out there that it is forcing the human creators sort of off the playing field. If you have 800,000 tracks a day that are AI generated, that is uploaded into the streaming ecosystem, that's a massive amount of music for people to sift through and find the real artists that they love. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming the available pipe that YouTube has, for instance. YouTube has now made a determination they're not going to monetize, or they're going to demonetize any AI generated videos. It's overwhelming their systems. It threatens to eliminate the songwriters. It threatens to eliminate the artists, merely because somebody can sit at home, and say a bunch of prompts. I want a song that is 120 beats a minute. It's a love song, and it's a love about an aardvark and a parrot, and it's a song that has two basses in it, and it gives them this whole set of criteria, and this thing spits out a song for you
in seconds.
In seconds. Yeah. So the entire premise of, I'm not anti-AI. Let me start there. AI is wonderful for some things. AI to me is like money. It's a neutral. It can be used for great good, and it can be used for great evil. So please don't think I'm generally anti-AI. But when it comes to pretending that it is a human being and taking up this immense amount of bandwidth and immense amount of people's time, and basically eliminating the creators, that's wrong, because the AI is using, for instance, if you write a song, okay, Anna writes a song, and it's out there in the world, in the ether. What AI does is scrape that song. It takes that song, loads it into its system. It's like a blender. Anna writes a song, Tim writes a song, 100,000 other people write a song. AI goes out and scrapes it all up like this big caterpillar or whatever, and puts it in the blender and mixes all these songs together, and then says, "Oh, but I have a new song. I'm spitting out this new song." Well, it's a new song, but you've taken my creation to make your new song. That's theft. That's wrong.
Okay, I'm going to put on my devil's advocate hat.
Put it on. Go ahead.
Right. So the thing is, don't we do that as creators? Not intentionally, but are we not vessels of all the possible inputs that we have accumulated throughout our lives?
Yes, we are. But there is a difference. Okay. We take in that information and we process it, and we create something from all our life experiences. The difference between us and AI is we create, AI regurgitates. It is not a creative system. People sort of give it this anthropomorphic sense of, it doesn't. All it does is take what we've created and regurgitates it. There's no creative process in there whatsoever. Whereas if you hear a song, it goes through, I had a boyfriend when I was 14, that song kind of hits there, but then I broke up with him at 15, and whatever it might be. There is this human emotion.
Somebody tell you that? Somebody told you about my backstory.
Yeah, well, sorry. Everybody's your first boyfriend, yeah. Let's see, Mary Colleen O'Brien, I think, was mine. It was in 8th grade. I took her to a concert that I played in, but that's all another. Anyway, So the point is, there is a fundamental difference between humans taking in information, processing it in the sense and applying their own emotional experiences and their life history to it, and a machine taking in this information and regurgitating it. There is no creative process there. It just takes what we've created and regurgitates it. And that, to me, is the phrase that people need to remember is don't give AI the credit of thinking or creating. It does not. All it does is take our information.
I'm glad that you drilled into that, because it can get convoluted. When you hear a song that AI has created, I tried one and it was very impressive, I have to say. And I'll bring up something about that a bit later too, but the experience of having the output and then connecting your own emotion to the output is misleading.
It is, yeah.
Right? Because you're still associating your own emotion and your own perspective and subjectivity, right. But you're saying that the origins of that from a machine are just putting together puzzle pieces, and it's a mechanical thing. Yes.
Yeah, it's zeros and ones. It's basically zeros and ones. It has no emotional coloring of it like we do as humans. Again, we filter life through our own set of emotions and our own set of experiences, and then the output is, the creation. A machine doesn't do that. It just scrapes and regurgitates what it's taken in. There's nothing added to it.
So what's fascinating is that you've been with Humanable now. When did the idea come to you? Because you've been with them now for 7 months. You've already got a deal with
Symphonic and
distribution.
Yeah, NSAI, the Songwriters Association, is really supportive of us also. Yeah, we're working with them. Yeah.
So you've been thinking about this for a while. And how did the idea come up? I mean, again, I look at your background and I see lots of contract negotiations, legalese, managing business processes, business analytics, planning, forecasting. You're looking at all kinds of creative and innovative approaches to business management in music. What really stood out for you and prompted you to say there's a huge business opportunity here, instead of a lot of people are just sitting back and worrying?
Well, I have had the burden all my life of being curious to a fault, because I just am. I want to know how everything works. Now, this isn't my idea. I mean, I have to be totally transparent about that. Lily McGrady came up with it, one of the founders of the company. And Lily is a very bright young woman, educated in London at the School of Issues, a writer and that sort of thing like that. I forget the London School of, a quite prestigious school. And acting and that sort of thing. So Lily thought of this idea, and then her father, Paul McGrady, is a lawyer who's in business with Jason Elster, another lawyer, and Lily talked them into, and they're both entrepreneurs, talked them into sort of developing this idea, and they came to me. It was nascent. It had started in September, I think, and they came to me in January and said, "We have this idea." And I had been worried about the songwriters, for a year before that, going, how are they going to combat AI? And what I realized was this is a really unique, simple, elegant, and unbreakable system to differentiate between AI and human output. What has happened prior to this is that all the AI sniffers, let's call them that, they put songs out there and people say, we've got this program that will determine if it's an AI song or not. We have this new program that will see if it's fraud. And it's all algorithms and wars of algorithms, basically. The issue now is, for instance, is that there is a company out there that will take a song that is AI generated and they will scrub the song. They put it in their AI detector, and then they take their system and scrub all the AI vapor trails out of the song, so the song can be presented as if it was human and nothing can detect it.
Right.
So, yeah, so what's happening is, and it's the same with, I use the analogy of the intelligence business. Somebody encodes something, somebody figures out how to decode it.
Right.
It's an ad infinitum war. Okay. So let's put technology over here. It's imperfect. It's always going to be evolving. It will never be, perfect in the sense of detecting all this stuff. So what Lily originally thought is, what's the only absolute difference between an AI generated entity and a human generated entity? It's the human. The fact is, if you can go in and verify that you are a human being, that's where we start. Because AI doesn't have social security numbers, doesn't have mothers' maiden names, it doesn't have any of that kind of stuff like that, and humans do. So we said, okay, let's verify that the creator of a song first is a human being. And we put it through a system called Plaid, which is an international verification system that the credit card people use it and that sort of thing. And it determines, it goes, oh, okay, Anna has a social security number, her mother's maiden name was whatever, she lives here. And they then spit back at us, yes, Anna Nicholson is a human being. We don't retain any of that information. That's the third party person that does that. So we're not trying to get social security numbers with that kind of stuff. They do this for a living. Then they come back to us and say, okay, Anna's a living human being. And we say, okay, Anna, we're not going to operate under trademark, but we're under copyright. We're going to give you our trademark to use next to everything you do that proves that you're a human being. It's like walking in the grocery store and looking at the lettuce and it says certified organic. There's a stamp on there and you go, oh, certified organic. This is certified organic for music. You are an organic human being. You are not a bot or AI. So we certify you first.
Okay.
Then what we do, okay, you want to?
No, you go ahead and I'll jump in a second.
Okay. Okay. Then what we do is Anna writes a song. And Anna submits that song to us. You upload it, the MP3 or whatever it is, and you sign off under trademark law that this was created by you, this particular human. And by the way, we give Anna her own identification number. You have Anna 1234. Then the song comes through, and we give each song a unique identification number. So Anna writes a song, I Love You. All right. Goes through the system. Anna signs off on basically online on a legal document that affirms that Anna wrote it. Okay. So then you have a humanly written song, and you can use the trademark on every song that you certify that is created by Anna, the human being. If you happen to use AI to create one, then we just don't certify the song. I mean, you're still obviously a human being, so you're still a member of Humanable, but that song can't be certified. But anyway, that goes through the system, and then beyond that, we do put it through an AI sniffer to see if the song is AI generated, and there's a lot of process with that. But the hammer is that if you lie, and if you submit a song to me that is AI generated that you say Anna wrote, you have committed perjury in the U.S. under federal law, federal trademark law. You can go to jail. We can put people in jail. There's civil damages and all that. But the big hammer is for an egregious offender, not somebody that makes a mistake, but someone that's really trying to game the system. We can send it to the Department of Justice, and Canada has a similar system sort of thing where they can get thrown in jail. So really what we're doing then is presenting to the world a visual instantaneous identifier that what you're looking at in Spotify or YouTube or wherever it may be is created by a human being. It has this little HPIC trademark next to it, just like certified organic on the lettuce.
So, and my dog just entered the room. And
that's fine. I have two of them.
It was a circus here before you came on, because trying to work from home, we just installed an air conditioner, which is a little loud. I've got creative people in the house. Some were singing. I had my daughter just arrived. The cyclist came in with his motorcycle. It was just like, and then you arrived. So
Well, I'm glad
quiet
I was
for a
late.
moment. But the dog is back. So I'll try and manage all of that. So you've touched on a lot of things. Let's go back to royalties. Okay.
Okay.
So we're in a strange place in time because already we've seen, and your numbers are I'm trusting your numbers, 800,000 a day uploading.
Worldwide. Yeah.
Worldwide. Okay, that's brilliant.
Worldwide. Yeah.
Thank you. But that's a lot of songs. And I'm sure because even in the last few months, when I'm uploading a song, I'm with TuneCore. So when I upload a song to TuneCore, they have these different questions and parameters, and they keep evolving because they're improving the system all the time, and they're adding more checkpoints and that sort of thing. They recently added something about can you state that this is not AI generated? Something to that effect. So that's only recently. I'm sure royalties have been paid out. They must have been paid out, to date with
Sure.
there's some people and bands, quote unquote, that are quite successful. They have streaming, numbers.
The Velvet, whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So they're out there and they've been doing that all along. So now we're at a point where we're coming in, we're trying to set up these protection, basically.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now, how does that work from the perspective of the ecosystem? So the way I understood it, you go to the Humanable website, you put in your application, you get all of that part done, you get verified, and you have that. And let's hope that your icon and the certifiable emblem doesn't get copied. And
But each one has a unique identity. Every person has a unique identification number, which if they try to copy it, they're not going to know your ID.
Okay.
They're not going to know your ID number. They're not going to know your song ID number. It's in the metadata. But if they copy a song, we're not going to give them Anna's unique ID number. So it's going to appear there, but without any backup information. And we're going to go, no, don't do that. You've just stolen. Yeah.
So it's not just an emblem. It's not just logo. You're embedding metadata in there, and it's now attached to your song. So when I first copyright a song, I would go and I would register it with, let's say in the United States, the Copyright Office. Would that not be the best place to certify that you're a human being registering a song?
Well, the Copyright Office registers hundreds of thousands of songs. They're not in the business of determining if it's an AI song or not. They can't do that. What they do say is that we will not issue a copyright for a song that is AI generated. So when you go in, there is a question mark, is any of this song AI generated? And if you check a box, then they say, how much is AI generated? Well, how do you determine that? If it gives you the hook of it's an impossibility. So what the Copyright Office, U.S. Copyright Office has said is that whatever portion of the song is not created by a human, we will not copyright it. But again, you go into, no one knows what portion was not. Is it by time? Is it by the number of words? Is it by the notes of them? You can't do that.
Yeah, it's complicated.
So the Copyright Office is basically saying we're not going to copyright anything unless it's a song written by a human being. Simple as that. But they, as a government entity, aren't going to be the police that go out and sniff out whether it's AI or not. You can lie to the Copyright Office, and they'll issue a copyright in the song. If they find out that it's AI generated, they'll pull the copyright. Let's say you send into the Copyright Office an AI generated song and you said it was something that you wrote, you lied. Then the song comes out and it's a big hit. Well, guess what? It's going to get found out that it was AI generated. At that point, you're not going to get paid any royalties for it. At that point, someone else can steal that song and use the exact same song and claim it. So you're not going to have a copyright on it. It's not worth anything. And the other side of it is when people are buying catalogs, for instance, what I did before in the publishing end, we would buy big catalogs for millions of dollars from writers and buy their publisher share or something. Okay, I buy this catalog, and all of a sudden I discover that the top 5 songs in this catalog were partially or wholly AI generated. I've paid millions of dollars for this catalog. It's not worth anything anymore because I can't copyright it. I can't get paid royalties. There's a whole domino effect here
there is.
Yeah.
And so from that ecosystem, then there's really one place they can either just register with Humanable, but you are also establishing partnerships, no, with all.
Yeah, we are.
Who are you aiming to have as partners? What's your top tier?
Well, okay, we're talking to the performing rights societies here in the United States, ASCAP and BMI and CSAC. We're in the middle of conversations with them. We're in conversations with the Musicians Union because the musicians are next in line to get killed. AI will generate all this music, and the musicians who play on sessions, the musicians who do all that sort of thing like that, are going to be eradicated. So those creators are deathly afraid of what's happening here. I lost my train of thought. Oh God.
Well, I'll jump in. Okay, so musicians, yes, and I saw that too. That you can certify, obviously, the recordings of musicians, but I also see the word creator everywhere because it's not just about music. Right. So tell me about the rest of that.
Okay. There's 2 certifications so far that we're focused on. The first is the song. That is lyrics and melody. Are the lyrics and melody created by a human being? Now, you can go in and have Suno make a demo for you, and that's fine because that's not what's going to be copywritten. It's the lyrics and melody of the song. You can't release that track commercially and get certified, but the song is certified because you wrote it and you wrote both of those. Then there's the master certification for the master, which is the track. Did you take that song and go in and record that track? And did you sing it? Did you play on the track? So there's a separate certification for that. Now, if you extrapolate this, it can be taken to books. It can be taken to film. It can be taken to any intellectual property out there.
Right.
That is created by a human being. And again, because it's under trademark law and because you are signing a legal affidavit that you created it, that's where the law comes from. It isn't about copyright. It's about us issuing you a trademark. And if you fraudulently use that trademark, then you're liable for all kinds of stuff.
Right. Yeah. And then you've got in tandem a new social platform that you're establishing.
We do. What we're rolling out fairly soon is a social media platform for human beings only. Again, you have to go through our system, and if you want to be on this platform as an artist, you have to certify that Anna is a human being. Fine, you're welcome to use the social media platform. Fans can come on; they can participate in this. It's a way for artists, human artists, to connect, to write if they want to, or to collaborate, or whatever you want to do on a social media platform. But it is only, there are no bots allowed in this. There's no AI generation allowed in it. And for advertisers too, if they see a platform that is human only, that doesn't have 30% bot conversation or whatever, where their ad dollars do no good, they're going to go, oh, this is a pure human organization, pure human social media platform. It's more valuable to me as an advertiser to advertise on this platform because it's only humans.
And for influencers as well. Influencers.
All of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting because it's insidious and it's everywhere. I mean, I don't know how many times I go to YouTube to try and find even my own material. And first of all, the ads drive me crazy, but that's another story.
Yeah.
But there's so much when you're looking for an official, that's the certified of today, right? The official video of whoever artist you're looking for. But aside from that, and even before you even come to that, there's a million other versions, and some are not by humans. There's a lot of cover material and a lot of different variations. but a lot of it is not human. And Johnny Cash has come out with a recent song. It's not Johnny Cash, but it looks just like him, or the Beatles, or whoever. Pick an artist from the past. So there's a lot of noise out there, and kind of weaving.
So how do you determine? There's only one way, and for humans, visual is probably the quickest, most elegantly simple way of determining if something is a human or not. So when you see that trademark next to it, next to the song, you see the trademark next to the video, you instantly in your mind go, oh, this was created by a human. It's not AI. So what we're trying to do is give the fans too an instant visual identification system so that they know they're listening to human beings' music.
And now, where do you want to be in the next year? What are your immediate and long-term goals here?
It's the medium and the long-term goal is to make the Humanable trademark, the Humanable pick, ubiquitous across all these platforms so that people can simply understand whether a song is created by a human, or if it doesn't have the pick, that it's AI generated. People are welcome to listen to AI stuff. That's fine. We're not trying to eliminate AI from the ecosystem. We're trying to give the people who listen to music the ability to instantly understand that they're listening to a human being's music. And for all the business people, downstream business people, understand that if they use a song with the Humanable pick on it, that it's clean, that it will be paid royalties. It's copyrightable, that they're dealing with a clean piece of business rather than going, oh my God, yeah. So it goes to both business and to the fans. And what we're discovering is the fans are listening to some AI stuff out of curiosity, but after a really short amount of time, they abandon it because it's boring. It's not, oh, that was cute. And then they go, okay, and I want to go to my favorite, or I want to go see Bruce Springsteen's music or Johnny Cash, whoever it may be. So they're looking for a way to find the genuine music after they kind of mess around with AI a little bit.
And this will be a global play, obviously.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and Plaid, just the certification, the fintech company we use for certification is worldwide. I mean, it may not be in North Korea or Iran or something, but it's worldwide in all of the countries that have credit cards. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, the processing of it, the cleaning, the verification, the filtering, the checks, it just seems like a lot of overwhelming, data intensive. You're going to need massive data centers and.
But that's again why, rather than go through all of this electronic cleansing and electronic sussing out of the bad guys, the simplest way, again, is to go, oh, there's the H pick. It's a human being. I know this is human music.
Right.
And again, you're welcome to listen to anything you want, but at least you know what you're getting when you see that H pick.
And I mean, it's a relief for me to know that you're doing this, and I love that you're doing this. And what a nice feather in your cap after such a successful career to be able to, finish it off with such an incredible product and essential service for musicians.
Well, I have built my career on the shoulders of songwriters and artists. I mean, and I've been very fortunate and been lucky in my career. It's time to give something back. I mean, you go through life, and very few of us are Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or somebody like that has this immense effect on humanity. So when you get a little more mature, as we are, you look back, okay, what do you leave the world? Well, you leave your children, but in a generation, people won't remember my name. They don't. Your great grandchildren kind of remember your name, but unless you're of the Gandhi, Martin Luther King ilk, people don't. So the question is, what can you leave? And you try to leave some good on earth, you try to leave something that you've helped make people's lives better and more whole, and particularly when they've given you your livelihood all your life.
Right.
It's right.
And that's where I wanted to kind of wrap up and tie it all back to what was driving you for this, your passion for it, because it obviously means a lot to you. So that sums it up very well.
It does.
Thank you so much for all of that. Before I close, is there anything that we have not touched on that you wanted to really let people know about?
Well, I think there is a difference between theory and execution. I've always said you can have great theories. We need people to join with us, to actually go to the site and join, because everybody inevitably that we talk to, they go, "Oh, this is an amazing idea. Oh my gosh, this is so needed." And then we go, "Okay, come on, join up." So I'm doing a call to action for people who watch your podcast, going, "Okay, that's fine, but help us build this and help protect the creative community by joining up." It doesn't do any good just to think about it. You have to execute.
You have to execute, absolutely, and develop the partnerships and just get the certification out there to make it easy.
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of publishing companies talking to us now, and I can't go into who and all that sort of thing, but the universal reaction is this is an incredibly needed thing, and what a great idea. So we'll see how it develops over the next year or so.
Well, I think I thank you, and thank you for all the work that you're doing. I mean, it's the biggest scare right now for musicians and creators alike.
Everybody.
It's just very frightening to know what we are up against, and AI is just moving so fast. And you're right. I mean, there is a place for AI as well, but there needs to be that differentiator, and it has to be clean and easy and
simple.
And simple, yes.
Simple and elegant, and again, we are visual beings. We're auditory beings, but we're visual too. And we look at computers now. I mean, every day we're all on computers. When the icon or whatever it is comes up, it's an immediate visual identifier. When you go in the grocery, it's an immediate visual identifier. They don't put organic on spam, So,
and if they did, they'd have to be accountable for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
But no, we're not talking about spam today. We're talking about the real thing, Humanable. Thank you so much to Tim Wipperman for doing all that you do and have done, and for joining me here today to help educate and inform and let people know and drive people to that action. So I really appreciate your time.
Humanable.com. Go.
Go. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna.
Anna Nicholson, I'm an EntreMusician, and so are you.